let's get into what he's been doing for the last 4 days. He goes into the darkness in Southern Oregon. Now, we know the place that he went to is a place called Sky Cave Retreats. And we went to their website, and we got a little flavor of what they're all about at Sky Cave.
Throughout much of the last 20 years, I have been deep in retreat, including years of solitude in the wilderness and many long, dark retreats.
Oh, okay. I guess you have my attention there. This person sounds like they're a little bit off the reservation. Let's keep going.
I have come out of that with a deep passion to create a space in the wild where people can discover and deepen into the profound beauty of their true nature.
Keith, come on. Like, there is no way that Aaron Rodgers, he's looking for something in his life. That something is not football right now. You go into one of these, like, dark retreats, you're starting to look at something where you can go find yourself. You're asking the big questions, like the big questions in life, not the, am I going to go play for the Jets or am I going to stay with the Packers? That's like small time. Rodgers is looking for something much, much deeper here.
Why is he like this? Why is this a thing? I'm tired of this. And now that I just heard that, I like put both of my headphones on. It sounded like, like prestige worldwide, wide. Like,
yeah,
what kind of
awesome.
promo are they cutting for this type of stuff? That actually attracts Aaron Rodgers, multiple-time MVP, the most talked about quarterback in the NFL when you're listening to New York radio. Why does he have to do all of this, and why do we have to cover all of this?
Well, because it's people in New York, and I said like Samter, who thinks he's going to come save you. He's not going to come save you. He's trying to save himself. From what, I don't know. And that's personal, and that's his own thing. Whatever he's looking for in the darkness, I hope he finds it. But Keith, like, you can't tell me that this is somebody who also is 39, by the way, is going to be 39, who is going to, you're going to have to trade multiple first-round picks for. Oh, by the way, you're going to have to pay him $60 million. I mean, $60 million, he could probably buy this whole darkness retreat with $60 million. Maybe that's his future. I don't know. But the more we hear about this, I'm not saying he's so basic of a person he couldn't multitask playing quarterback, but it just feels like he's on a journey that is not leading him to Florham Park, New Jersey to go play for the Jets.
Yeah, it doesn't really add up. The math is not mathing. You need isolation. New York is not really a place where you're going to find much isolation.
Good
There's
point.
Millions of people around everywhere. And you talk about your inner circle and the media not being able to get into your inner circle. That's not going to work here. That's not going to work in the media capital. So I think it's slim to none chances at this point. I've been trying to talk Jets fans out of it on WFAN.
Yeah.
Basically saying you're going to get left at the altar. This is giving me left at the altar vibes.
Yeah. Because
they're saying, we need Rodgers. Well, what if he doesn't need you? What if he's not even considering you? I used Tyreek Hill as an example last year. When he got traded to the Dolphins, they asked him about the Jets, and he laughed it off. The Jets?
Yeah, I know. The Jets still haven't shed that, kind of loser moniker because they haven't been to the playoffs since 2010. And even if they have a top 5 defense and they have the offensive and defensive rookie of the year, like there are pieces there, but it still doesn't scream, come here and you're going to be a winner. And to be honest, I'm actually looking at this from the Jets' perspective. I'm looking at Derek Carr, who is not the quarterback that Aaron Rodgers is, obviously. But I'm looking at someone who's in their early 30s, who just felt like they got burned because their organization that drafted them gave up on them. And I'm looking for someone who's got something to prove. And that person is Derek Carr. Who's got the buy-in? That's Derek Carr. Who still needs a Super Bowl for their legacy? That's Derek Carr. Who's the person who is going to be all in, off-season, rookie camps, mini camps? If you're telling me it's either Carr or Rodgers, I'm 100% going with Carr as going to be the more invested quarterback here. And you don't have to trade any draft picks to get him. Just pay the money. Sure, you're going to overpay? Probably. But that's what happens in free agency.
He was here. He was in New Jersey eating at a nice Italian restaurant. I'm a Jersey guy. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And this is the first place he decided to come as a free agent. He went to the Saints while he was still with the Raiders. The Raiders officially released him, and his first stop is to come to Florham Park and to visit with the Jets. And I've said a ton about this as well. You're obsessing over Aaron Rodgers, and that's making you talk down on Derek Carr. Oh, he can't play in the cold. Oh, he's a bum. He's never won anything. Oh, this guy. But he's probably the better option for you. You can just pay him. You don't have to give up picks for him, and you'll have him for longer, and you don't have to worry about ayahuasca or darkness retreats. This guy is a church-going man. This is a guy that doesn't even curse. He is, I think, more of the guy you should be looking for to quarterback the Jets in the future instead of 39-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who's a complete wild card.
Totally. 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. You know, we haven't heard from anybody who's actually been in a darkness retreat or even attempted anything like this. You guys know I did a darkness retreat for 5 whole minutes during a commercial break. Honestly, Keith, it was life-changing. A vision came to me. I saw Aaron Rodgers go into the Dolphins. I don't know what was going on. It was weird, but I'm going to have to stick by it now. So while Rodgers was away, what's one thing that he missed? Okay, he missed an appearance by Tom Pelissero on the Rich Eisen show, giving the Packers' point of view on this thing.
If he wants to return to Green Bay, and as long as he's fully bought in, the Packers want him back. They had good conversations after the season, but there would also need to be further conversations about making sure that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah. I mean, make sure he's all in. Making sure everyone's on the same page. Keith, he's getting paid $60 million.
Yeah, he signed a contract.
Presumably, the dude still wants to win a Super Bowl, though I don't know about now. I mean, who knows what's like top of mind for Rodgers. Can you imagine someone paying you that much money? And it doesn't even have to be $60 million, just being the highest paid person at your company, right? And the people around you are wondering, is he really all in? Is he really invested? That's the most damning thing I've heard coming from the Packers about Rodgers in a long time.
You can make more money than most people will ever make in their life in 1 year, and you're not all in on that. I mean, this is a team that drafted him. He's only played for the Packers. I think it's more likely that he just stays in his mansion in Wisconsin somewhere and keeps doing what he's been doing, right? So, I mean, I understand also the Jordan Love factor. You see Jalen Hurts go to the Super Bowl and be what he is, and you traded up to get Jordan Love before that guy, and you have a fan base that's saying, hey, we got to figure out what he is. And we're kind of over the Aaron Rodgers experiment. Yeah. But maybe Rodgers isn't over it. That's why he went and won back-to-back MVPs with a chip on his shoulder, because you used that pick not to help him, not to give him a weapon, but to find his replacement. And he's saying, hey, it's not over yet. And I think that, you know, well, who knows when we're going to hear from him. That's another thing. I'm like, this guy might drag this out for another week. Isn't he going on vacation? Isn't he coming out of the retreat and going on like a tropical vacation?
Honestly, wouldn't you, though? I mean, if you were just going into the darkness for 4 days, it's like if there's not a beach waiting for me after
you gotta
this.
Find the light.
Although the weird thing is it's not like, you know, he chose this darkness retreat. So you're kind of like rewarding yourself for going into the darkness, and now you're going to go to the beach or wherever he's going to go.
Strange guy. I don't know. Maybe that's why he is the way he is. I had a caller last night from Oakland say that, you know, he's a Cal Berkeley guy. Yeah. And all those guys are smart and quirky, and just let him be him, and you'll figure it out. But this guy's a Raiders fan talking to a bunch of Jets fans listening, and I think he's just going to end up going back with the Packers. Why go to Vegas or go to New Jersey if you need things to be exactly how you like them?
Well, I mean, listen, there's another part of this, which is the Packers might just want to trade him. So you're going to find sucker teams who are going to come take him. You're going to find the Jets who would line up, who's, you know, going to basically invest in Aaron Rodgers, not knowing if he's going to play more than a year. And you might see the Raiders because of the connection with Devontae Adams, and the Raiders have the 7th overall pick. I mean, that is a lot. I don't know if I would give up that for Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how you could give up that for Aaron Rodgers, but you could. I could see Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets, and I could see Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, completely falling for Aaron Rodgers.
Of course. Is there a wild card team? Is there another team? Because I think here we focus a ton on Raiders or Jets. Raiders or Jets. I think I've heard the Titans mentioned.
They have no receivers, though.
Yeah, why would he want to go there? People are like, oh, well, he was in Tennessee playing golf. It's like, so what? He played golf anywhere that they play golf. That doesn't mean he's trying to go play for the Titans. I'm over it. I just, I know we have to talk about it. It's the biggest story, but I just feel like we're playing into exactly what he wants. He wants to be talked about. When's his next Pat McAfee appearance?
Yeah.
Is he going to miss that?
Probably not. Although it's funny because what if the whole thing was just like a
stunt?
Yeah, like a head fake.
Like you think he actually? Well, we know that he went.
He did go because.
What if he really wasn't going in there? Like he already had his mind made up. And what if he went in there and his mind didn't change? And
No,
he's still
I got 2 words for you. burner phone. You think they're taking away all your phones and all your technology? How about the burner that I got buried deep in my bag that nobody saw, and I'm just scrolling Twitter, searching my name out?
Yeah, he likes it. I'm sure he's I like am picturing him in the darkness scrolling through Twitter, eating it all up and going to sleep peacefully like, yes, like I'm
Got
the
him
man.
again. It's funny, Keith, it turns out that a lot of teams that you root for have had very sensitive stars.
Yeah.
Die-hard Nets fan that you are. You lived through the KD cupcake for many, many years. Kyrie
not
as
a
well.
bus driver.
Yep.
Kyrie Irving, all-world thinker, flat earther. Don't look at me. I didn't do it. You know, it's them, not me, guy. Yeah. I
Rodgers
don't know.
must seem like small time to you after following the ups and downs of Kyrie Irving all these years.
I can handle Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers said he's immunized. Kyrie Irving just said, I'm not taking that shot. I'm not getting vaccinated.
Different distinction. Who's the most sensitive person on the Cowboys? You're also a diehard Cowboys fan.
The most sensitive person on the Cowboys
Jerry.
now? Jerry Jones. He's not on the team. I think they have enough guys now, like Des Bryant is gone. They have enough guys now that seem pretty much like bought in. Sensitive, I think.
Maybe got rid of the sensitive guys.
Micah Parsons' Twitter personality is a little sensitive.
There you go.
And I've encouraged Micah Parsons to tweet less, say less. You are one of the best. They should have gave you Defensive Player of the Year, but, you know, Bosa got further than you did. Just don't tweet as much. Your play speaks for you. He's got a tweet about Brittany Griner. He's got a tweet about Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts and quarterbacks making it on their rookie deal. And now people think he's talking about Dak. I'm like, just stay out of it. Stay out of it.
He's got the itis. And sometimes people get the itis. And what I mean is it's a sickness that makes you think like you have to comment on everything. I'm sure everyone's got this person in your life, whether it's like an aunt on Facebook or a cousin on Twitter.
They're trying to stay relevant. Micah Parsons is forever relevant for what he gets paid to do.
Keith, it doesn't matter. You could be the best, one of the best pass rushers in the league. You could be that guy you went to high school with who you haven't talked to in 20 years. The feeling like you have to weigh in on everything. Everyone's got one of those people in their life.
Twitter. I blame Twitter and Facebook and all of social media, right? Everybody has these apps and everybody has the need to feel seen. And if there's a topic that's trending, I have followers. I'm going to weigh in on it and see what people think of my thoughts. And it always ends up bad for people like Michael Parsons.
Yeah, you're right. 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. Aaron Rodgers is out of the darkness now. So does this mean he could actually stay in Green Bay? Are you feeling like he's more likely to leave now, more likely to stay? And honestly, for the Green Bay fans out there, Keith said he's sick of this. I'm here for every twist and turn. I hope he keeps going to these things. Like, how weird can we get? I'm here for it all as a impartial observer. I want all the weirdness, but are you sick of it? Are you just done?